So is there a link between diabetes and Alzheimer's? Absolutely there is. Articles like this from Alzheimer's.org talk about the increased risk of Alzheimer's in diabetes patients. And this article from the Mayo Clinic talks about it possibly being linked to the reduced vascularity found in diabetes, and that people with diabetes are at greater risk for Alzheimer's than people without. So let's dive in, shall we? Plaques can build up in the brain, impeding normal function, including mood, memory, motor function, and learning. There's an essential lipoprotein called ApoE that helps carry essential cholesterol to our brain's neurons, helping break down those plaques. But in about 15% of all people, there's a gene called ApoE4 that does not allow that deplaquing to occur at typical rates. And this study found that ApoE4 is the most significant contributor to Alzheimer's. But it also found that the next major factor is insulin resistance. That's right, not age, hypertension, or history of smoking, but insulin resistance. Remember those plaques? They're called AB plaques, and it's not just the presence of them that matters, it's the location that matters. Interestingly, in this disease, the plaques aren't collecting in the nerves, but in the spaces between the nerves. Yep, this study shows that insulin resistance does play a part because it releases those plaques from in the brain nerves, allowing them to accumulate around and in between the brain cells. When the brain cells become insulin resistant, they start turning away the primary fuel source, glucose. And in this state, the brain is literally running on empty, and it just doesn't work well. But the good news is all of this research into insulin resistance in Alzheimer's means there's better and new ways of treating the disease on the horizon. Now, in the meantime, I'd suggest getting your insulin resistance under control and becoming more insulin sensitive. And if you want to know how I've been doing it, just comment Alzheimer's and I'll let you in.